If your glass cooktop is full of grease and grime and burnt on food that you just can't clean off, let me show you the best way to clean that up. The first place I always like to start is by degreasing the cooktop. Usually we got food splatter and all sorts of things on here, and if you haven't cleaned it for a while, this is also a very important step because many times grease has to be cleaned layer by layer. Now the product I like to use for this is just a simple dish soap. The Blue Dawn works really well. But the other thing I find myself using now all the time is Dawn Power Wash. It just does a little bit better of a job to cut through all of that grease and grime. Now once you spray a good layer on there, let it sit for a little bit, and then we want to come through and give everything a really good scrub. Now when it comes to scrubbers for this job, there's two that I like to use. Number one is just a simple Scrub Mommy. They work great. Obviously soften them up a little bit in the sink as well with some warm water. That way you can get a good scrubbing power, but you're not gonna cause any damage. Now the other one that I really like is the Scour Daddy from Scrub Daddy. This just has a little bit more scrubbing power, but again, it's non-scratch, so we're not gonna cause any damage to the cooktop itself. Now, one thing to always keep in mind when you are scrubbing the cooktop here is you want to make sure that you go in circular motions and pay special attention to the actual burners, because usually that's where all the grease and grime is really bad. The other thing I'll mention is sometimes I notice some people like to use like the green and yellow sponges. Those will scratch and cause damage, so definitely stay away from those. Now, once everything has been scrubbed up and you feel like you've lifted most of the grease and grime, the next step is to come through with a damp microfiber towel and give everything a good rinse. Obviously these cooktops heat up and things, and we don't want to leave any cleaners behind just because that could cause some issues. And plus, if we do leave cleaners behind, it's going to get sticky and attract more grease and grime, and then your cooktop will get dirty faster, and we don't want that. Now, once everything is nice and rinsed, I do like to suggest coming through with a dry, clean microfiber towel to dry and buff the surface. These are kind of like cleaning mirrors, so any streaks that you leave behind, you're going to see. So by using that microfiber towel to give everything a really good buff, you leave everything nice and shiny. Now, at this point in the video, you might be thinking, Brandon, wow, use dish soap and clean my cooktop. Revolutionary. I know. But usually this is kind of the best method if your cooktop is like a 1 to a 4 on the mesometer, or really just everyday cleaning. And one thing I always like to recommend with this type of cooktop is wipe it down and clean it after every single use. The more you do that and stay up on it, it's not gonna get as dirty, and then you don't have to do as deep of a clean. But what if your cooktop is really dirty and you just did that first step and you still have burnt on food? Today's video is brought to you by Factor. Now, if you're like me, after deep cleaning your kitchen, sometimes the last thing you want to do is make a meal and make everything dirty again, because let's be real, then you have to clean your kitchen a second time. And that's where Factor comes in super handy. The unmatched convenience helps you skip all of that prep work, and like I mentioned, clean up after cooking. All you need to do is heat and eat, and you're enjoying a meal in 2 minutes. I also really like that it's real food with real ingredients. It's made without refined seed oil, refined sugar, or artificial sweeteners or colors. And one thing that's been really important to me the last few months is eating enough protein. And these are protein packed for performance, so it helps me reach those goals. Now, if you want to give Factor a try, all you need to do is head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code CLEANTHATUPFB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code CLEANTHATUPFB50 at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. Let's get back to cleaning. Now, there's actually 2 cleaners that I've been using lately. Now, the first one is the Barkeeper's Friend Cooktop Cleaner. This does a really good job of cutting through just all that baked on grease and grime on the cooktop. Now, the other one that I really like is Scrub Daddy's Stove and Cooktop Cleaner. Now, the reason I actually bought this one is because the only issue with Barkeeper's Friend is that sometimes the cooktop cleaner can be hard to find, and it's not always in your big box store. But this one right here is available at Target, and it just does a really good job. And the other thing I really like about this is in the box, it also comes with the Scrub Mommy. So if you don't have that, you get the whole kit ready to go. For this cooktop, I am going to use the Scrub Daddy cleaning paste. Now for this one, it's a little different than a liquid. You do have to get your scrubber wet, then scoop up a little paste and make sure to apply a good layer of cleaner across the entire cooktop. That way it can start breaking down all that baked on food. At this point, and as a reminder, I feel like I sound like a broken record sometimes, but let the cleaner sit and do its thing. We want to give it that dwell time so we don't have to scrub as hard in the future. Once you let the cleaner sit for about a minute or 2, or even longer if you need it, if it's really dirty, just one thing to keep in mind with dwell time is just don't let the cleaner completely dry on the surface. Then I come through with our scrubber and we're gonna follow that same process from step 1 and give the entire cooktop a really good scrub. And again, pay attention to all the burners there because that's where all the food will be. Something to keep in mind when it comes to cleaning grease, whether it's on your cooktop, your cabinets, your oven, really anywhere in your kitchen, is sometimes you just have to clean it layer by layer. And if you clean it one time and it's still there, don't be upset or don't feel like you failed. You did not by any means. Sometimes you just need to clean it a second time or even a third time depending on how bad it is. So stick with this, you got it. Once everything is nice and scrubbed, again, we're gonna come through with a damp microfiber towel, completely rinse the surface, and then finish with a dry, clean microfiber towel to dry and buff everything so there's no streaks left behind. Now, if you need any of the products I'm using in today's video, definitely check out the YouTube shopping tab. I have everything linked down there. Many times at this point in the clean, your glass cooktop should look absolutely amazing. Give yourself a big high five, you did it. However, sometimes if it's really dirty, more like an 8 to 10 on the mesometer, you might need to try one more thing. And that is a razor blade scraper. Now, there are a few things you have to keep in mind when it comes to using one of these. It's a very, very powerful cleaning tool, but you can cause damage if you're not careful. Now, the first thing is to always, always, always change out your blade to a new one before you start scraping. If the old blade has a little bit of rust or corrosion on it, it can scratch and cause damage to the cooktop. Now, the second thing is before you start scraping, you also want to make sure to apply a cleaner to the surface. That way it's properly lubricated, because if it's dry, again, you can potentially scratch the area. Now, the last thing, and really the most important thing, is to go slow and don't push real hard. You don't need to use a lot of pressure here. Just let the blade do the work. What's so nice about using a razor blade scraper for this scenario is you're actually able to get underneath the grease and grime and completely remove it from the surface there so there's nothing left behind. Now, one quick pro tip I always like to mention when it comes to cleaning your glass cooktop is to also clean the back control panel at the same time. Now, this can be a little challenging just because there's so much grease splatter and things, and the buttons and the knobs are kind of hard to clean around. But what you can do is actually pop the knobs off, let those soak in a little soapy water, clean the whole panel, get those nice and dry, put them back on, and you're good to go. Now, there are a few things to keep in mind when it comes to your glass cooktop just in general. The first is that they will start to get scratched and worn out over time, and I always like to say you can't clean or wash away wear. Once you get scratches there, those will be permanent. And I notice sometimes too, maybe even in the burner that you use all the time, you kind of get a little bit of like a white haze. That's pretty normal. And many times cleaning is not going to fix this. It can definitely help, but it won't be completely gone. Now, the other thing is you do want to think about the type of cookware you use on your glass cooktop, especially if you're trying to prevent scratches and damage. I love to use a cast iron pan. It just does a great job searing up and cooking my food. However, if you do use that on a glass cooktop and you're kind of moving it around all the time, that rough bottom can cause issues. And again, you're gonna start to have that kind of white haze develop. The other thing to keep in mind with your cookware is if the bottom is dirty, that can also cause scratching. So make sure to keep that nice and clean. In fact, I have a full video on that. I'll link it down below. Now, the last thing I will say to always keep in mind, and I mentioned it at the start of this video, is clean your glass cooktop on a regular basis after every single use. I know sometimes life can get busy, but if you do this, you prevent having to do a deep clean like we did today, and it will stay nice and clean. And there you have it. Now you know the best way to get your glass cooktop nice and clean. Thanks so much for watching as always, and if you're new here, consider subscribing and smash that like button. I also need to give a huge shout out to the Clean Squad members over on Patreon and here on YouTube. Thank you so much for your continued support of the channel. Now, if you want to join us on the Clean Squad and support the channel as well, all you have to do is click the link down in the description to join over on Patreon, or you can also join here on YouTube. And as always, I'll see ya on the next clean.